Hey guys, GetMeowth here with some of the Rogue Theorycrafts for the Savers of Uldum expansion. So again, just like Priest, I'm not the most well-versed when it comes to building some Rogue decks, but I'm excited about a lot of the cards that they got, and I know a lot of other people are too. So first up, we've got Bazaar Rogue. So this is the new Rogue quest, which basically all you need to do is put 4 cards from other classes into your hand. You don't even have to play them. Um, and so Rogue has a lot of cards that make this really, really easy, including the new 2 mana spell, as well as Swashbuckler, as well as Blink Fox. And the Hero Power just kind of rewards you with this big tempo style Thief Rogue. Um, that deck's already a thing in Standard, and this quest might push it in Wild. And so I mean, I'm excited to try it. Rogue's really good at hitting face in Wild, and this is now a Burgle Rogue that helps you hit face. So, while I don't think it's going to be the best Rogue deck by far, I think the new Quest Rogue, or Bazaar Rogue as we need to call it now, actually has a legitimate chance at being good. So this is my first draft here. Speaking of face Rogue, so Corbett used a couple months ago used a kind of tempo pirate list using the pickaxe to hit rank 1 legend. And so now we have a new weapon that I think is just better than the pickaxe. It's basically a 3 mana 4/2 weapon in Hook Scimitar. And so I think you just basically slot this into his shell of a deck, and you just make that deck better. And if that deck was good enough to hit rank 1 legend, I think the deck's got a lot of potential. Uh, it's going to be hard to outshine Odd Rogue 100%, but I mean, if you can surprise some opponents by playing some tempo face Rogue, and I think Hook Scimitar is a great inclusion into that deck. Next up, we have Big Rogue. So Big Rogue is either the bane of people's existence, or you hate it more than Big Priest, or you love it more than Big Priest. I don't really know. But yeah, it's another one of those big decks. For me, I've seen a lot of Big Rogues running Gang Up in the past, um, or a couple of greedy cards here and there to try to get more value, like Necreum Vial. And so what I've done is I've actually I think Shadow of Death has been, that's been introduced to this expansion is a great card for Big Rogue, right? It gives you the more value that you're looking for in Big Rogue that you don't get because you don't get the resurrect effects, right? But you get out a Lich King or a Kel'Thuzad early, or a Sneeds early, and then you play Shadow of Death on this card, which is basically like a gang up, but then when you draw it, you don't have to spend the 8 mana to play it, which is, I think, insane. So I think Shadow of Death fits great in Big Rogue. It doesn't make Big Rogue more consistent at all, but it does make the deck a lot better than I think it currently already was. And last but not least, we've got Cultist Rogue. So this takes advantage of the Mogu Cultist. And so the combo here with this deck is you play the Mogu Cultist, just 1 out without the combo. You play Tack Noswhisker, and then you play Togwaggle Scheme. And so when you play Togwaggle Scheme, you basically fill your hand with these Mogu Cultists. And then the next turn, once your opponent has cleared Tack, or you've cleared Tack, what you can do is then you can play 7 Mogu Cultists from your hand to get the Highkeeper Raw. And then if necessary, you can Shadow Step it and play it again the next turn. What I've had to do is I've had to put this in kind of this Mill Rogue shell, because it's really the only kind of shell for Rogue that works without without dying. And Mill Rogue still dies a lot, so I can't see this deck actually being super competitive. But this is probably going to be the best way to build the deck, the most consistent way to build the deck rather, and definitely the way that I'm going to be building it to try to pull off the combo on day 1. And so there's some other rogue decks that I'm sure that I've missed, because you have Anka the Buried, and the combo potential with Mecha'thun and just straight up like Death Rattle Rogue. But again, I don't play Rogue and I don't build Rogue, so I'm really struggling to find a way to make a consistent Mecha'thun Rogue package, if that's even possible. So if you have ideas about Mecha'thun Rogue or any other Theorycrafts that I may have missed, please feel free to leave your list in the comments down below, and I will check them out. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys have a good one. Later.